Yeah. Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. How you guys doing? Hey, let me know if you guys hear me fine. Yeah. Had to do the program today from Studio B, guys, because the car is in the front and it's a little bit chilly outside. So I decided to take it inside today. All right, inside. How you guys doing? Welcome to Ride Along live from Studio B. And today, guys, it's what is pissing you off? What is pissing you off? And I'll say from the top that on this program today, we're inviting everyone who wants to come on. You have an opportunity to come on, share what's on your mind, tell us what's pissing you off. There's a bunch of things right now that we're going to be speaking about. But it's all about you. All right? It's all about you. It's all about you. Hey, how you doing? J Wanda FM, 107.9 in Brooklyn, New York, checking us out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for locking it down. Hey, hola La Loba. How you doing, La Loba? Hola, how you doing? Yeah, guys, so as you're coming, go ahead and share the program. Let me do it right now. It's very important because there are so many things. There are so many things that we need to talk about. There are so many things that we need to speak about. There are so many things that is pissing us off today. Lydia, how you doing? Sonia McKee-John, how you doing? Yes. There are so many things that's pissing us off. Dion Blaze, how you doing? Greetings to you. Before I share and tell you guys what's on my mind, and we also have a few guests because it's not only me that's pissed off. Go ahead and share the program one time. It's time to start that virtual stuff. Open up the place. Lydia James, she's tired of virtual stuff. She's pissed off because there's too much virtual stuff happening. All right, guys, I got you. Let me share this. One more share, guys. Hold on. One more share, and then we're good to go. Hey, how you doing, JJ? Pick up yourself. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys, so let's start. Now, yesterday we broke a story of a young child, a 4-year-old child that was sexually molested by a 36-year-old man in Carriacou, right? After the story was posted yesterday, I got so many emails. I even had people that called yesterday and they was literally crying. Yeah, they was literally crying because they've been through it. I had someone that called, I think she was 72, and she was saying that she was so pissed off watching the program yesterday, she had to cut it off. And she still go to therapy, right? Something happened to her when she was 11 years old. Now she's 72. And she still go to therapy. And after watching the show yesterday, it kicked back again. So she had to call a therapist yesterday. She was so angered. I want to give you guys an update on that story. Donna Rush, how are you doing? So, the individual in question, I showed this picture yesterday. I didn't mention his name. That's the individual right here. He's in Carriacou. His name is John Aki. And he is the individual who confessed. Yeah, confessed to the mother that he did, in fact, inappropriately touch her daughter. He apologized. Crazy as it sounds. He apologized for touching the little girl. The little girl will forever be scarred. She will forever be damaged for the rest of her life. And if you are a living, breathing human being, that would piss you off as well. Earlier today, and the mother told me that the child started therapy, counseling session today. And there'll be a lot more of those counseling sessions. I feel it for that family. I feel it for that child. I feel it for that mother to have to go through this. And this is really pissing off a lot of people. Now, the Roy individual who confessed to touching the little child, he was granted bail to the sum of $15,000. $15,000 bail. So he's out right now. The bail had a few conditions. The conditions of the bail was that he had to surrender his travel documents. He had to move out of where he lived and reside with his mother. He had not to leave the state without express authority from the court. And he had to report once per week at the station since he's a fisherman. So he is out right now on bail. That again is very upsetting because he's gonna go back to his regular life, right? The law has not changed from Ariel Bola and so much more, so many more that fell victim to the same kind of lax, kind of slap on the wrist kind of approach to dealing with sexual predators, especially as it deals with young children. So this is very upsetting, guys. This is very, very upsetting. Folks said about a sex registry. I'm not aware that there is a current sex registry. I heard that they're talking about it, but you know, they just talk about a lot of things, and a lot of things doesn't really. This mic is going south. Sorry, guys. Let me fix that mic. Sorry. Yeah. Nah, that's worse. Hold on, guys. Nobody can hold me sick. I will let alone negativity. Nobody can hold me human. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can. Everybody show me some strength. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so there's always talk about a sex registry, but some people say that's all it is, talk. It has not yet in place. I'm not sure how far the legislations are with the sex registry, right? But guys, I want you guys to keep that young child in all your prayers, because she has a long road ahead, a long recovery ahead. She has a long, long road ahead in dealing with this situation right here. She started a therapy today, counseling session today, and she have a lot more to do, a lot more to go. Why didn't they? Boy, yeah. So let's move on to another story, because this particular story is currently developing. The mother, I wanted her to just come on today a little bit because I was very upset yesterday that a lot of people started to, throw blame on the mother. And we see that a lot. Throw blame on the mother, asking and trying to find out like why she didn't do this and why that, kind of re-victimizing the whole situation once again. So she just said to tell everybody that the child started therapy, counseling, and is a long road ahead to recovery. All right. At any point in time, guys, you could call in to express what's pissing you off, what's on your mind, what is upsetting you, what is driving you up a wall. Also, the link, we're going to put the link. I think Lloyd JJ would have pasted the link at the bottom. So if anybody want to jump on video, they could do that right now. All right. With that link, come in and you'll be live on video, or you could mute your video and come in on audio if you want to chat with us on the live. All right. There another story that is pissing a lot of people off, that people have a lot of questions to. And that is another video that we posted yesterday. People had, in fact, before I deal with that story, let me go to this one. Let me go to this one. The new regulations, the new COVID regulations have a lot of Grenadians asking why, right? I want to play back a video from yesterday's press conference on the new regulation that is still pissing off a lot of people. Check this out.
Let me now address the regulations and where we are. Let me be direct. The first one that I think most of you out there are looking to get information on, which is our curfew hours. Starting on the 28th, which is tomorrow, our curfew will be from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning. Let me repeat, from the 28th of October, the curfew will be from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning. There is no prescribed time for businesses to close. The government believes that employers and employees are responsible enough and need to be given closing time for their employees to get home before the curfew, and they will ensure that. But that each individual business has unique circumstances and conditions. In terms of types of businesses that are allowed to open, there are some additions, and most, if not all of those additions are subject to Section 10, which is a vaccination policy. And those are the charter business. So in the marine sector, the charter business boats are allowed to function following the Section 10, which is a vaccination policy with respect to employees as well as patrons. Cinemas as well are also to follow, and call centers. Previously, but just to repeat, beauty industry, gyms, food handling, daycare, and restaurants, hospitality sector are to follow that Section 10 as well. Religious institutions continue to function as their prescribed unique ways, but we allow now within the law and these regulations for funerals and weddings at religious institutions. The number as per the regulation is 20, but permission can be sought based on the religious institution, the size of it, for numbers above 20 for weddings and funerals in particular. Beaches continue to be open for swimming and exercise, but there is no closing time for beaches anymore in these regulations, in that beaches, one can access the beach for the period outside of the curfew, but for swimming and exercise.
All right. to help us understand why this is pissing off a lot of Grenadians right now, we have Mr. Joel Greenidge. Joel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here, Junior.
All right, let me get your audio in the system right there. Stand by, guys. I'm not hearing you in my.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
All right, go right ahead, Joel. Joel, why is the new regulation pissing off a lot of Grenadians?
Well, first of all, Junior, I just want to extend a special good evening to your listening and viewing audience. The fact is, it's going on almost 2 years since many Grenadians have been dealing with this whole COVID situation. Many people would have found themselves unemployed due to the government regulations, which commenced in March of last year. To this point, many people have not really worked. Many of persons right now have accumulated significant interest on their mortgage, their loans, credit cards, student loans, etc. Many persons were forced to leave their rental apartment and move back home with their parents in very extreme, difficult circumstances. So the fact is, Junior, after doing everything that was acts of us as Grenadians, 2 years, you have still found yourself having to deal with regulations, still having to face the same situation. It's quite extremely difficult. It's really painful. And many people don't have not worked since almost 2 years, have not received any form of income. And based on those regulations, it means that many Grenadians will continue to be unemployed. Many businesses that are basically on life support right now will find it difficult, especially the businesses that depend on the nightlife. Interestingly, Junior, a lot of businesses are connected to the nightlife, even the beauty salon, the stores, because people may go out in the evening times. They will go to the store, they'll buy a shirt, a pants. They will patronize those businesses. Even the hair salon, people want to go out in the evening to hang out and socialize with their friends. They will go do, the ladies go do their nails, they will do their hair. So at the end of the day, it creates economic activities and it creates employment opportunities. Even the farmers, as the business open in the evening time and there's greater level of economic activities, these businesses are going to purchase agricultural produce from the farmers. And the farmers will be able to go into the village shops and spend in the community. So at the end of the day, it will actually kickstart economic activities. So the fact is, it's a difficult time, and the fact that people were hoping for some sort of relax in the regulations, especially when we looked at countries neighbor St. Vincent never had any major regulations in place. They never had a curfew. They never instituted a state of emergency, but yet they are able to manage their crisis, their medical crisis. They are able, matter of fact, they actually had their second wave, I think, and they have far less deaths than Grenada when you do the comparison. We are almost 200 plus. I think they're just maybe 40 or 50 thereabout. So the fact is, this regulations is continue to make it really difficult for people livelihood and survival and people ability to really take care of themselves and their families. And it's really having a strain on the whole economic reality, the level of frustration among especially our youth. Youth unemployment continue to tower every single day. And the fact is, many people who want to enjoy a decent standard of living have found themselves in situational poverty. So this is just an unfortunate reality, and people were hoping that the government would have sort of relaxed the regulations and really echo a greater sense of personal responsibility that is happening in most countries where they have kind of opened back up, but they're emphasizing the need for personal responsibility. Because, Junior, if we have almost 68% of our population are not fully vaccinated, and many people remain very resolute in their position against the vaccine, what will happen when all we see now is vaccine mandates? What will happen if most of these persons who are unemployed decide, listen, I'm not really taking a vaccine? Have the government really looked at a contingent plan to put safety net programs in place to help these people, you understand, who will find themselves in continuous unemployment if they refuse based on their own belief, whether it be religious, whether it's their conscience, that they're not taking a vaccine. Would these individuals now become ostracized from a society? So it's a serious situation going forward. And I don't really think that the government has really looked at the humanity aspect of it. I think some of their policy decisions really lack empathy, lack compassion. Today, one of my friends sent me a video where some white people were right by the mall, without masks, sitting down on the ground, surfing the internet, right in the heart of the city, and they were not ticketed. They were allowed to comfortably enjoy Grenada, right? But when you look at how all people are treated, I mean, I was happened to be going up St. Paul's recently, and you saw a whole truckload of guys come from work. They were actually stopped, and they were ticketed. I mean, it's really difficult, Junior. So I will understand why a lot of people at this time will be really upset that the regulation has not been relaxed. Because when they say that we have opened up, when you look at the regulation, it does not suggest that.
Right.
It
It
does
did say,
not.
it did say, I mean, 7 p.m. before, 7 to 5, I believe. Now it's from 9 to 4. Uh, a lot of people saying, well, why? Like, why the night? Why the 7 to 4? Most of the time, people are sleeping anyway. But the government looking at it, they probably say they're trying to deter people from gathering in the night, having parties and having large gatherings at night. Did is Grenadian getting the message as the government is doing that to possibly avoid a second wave like what they had the first time?
Well, Junior, let me ask you a question, right? I mean, this COVID situation is not going away anytime soon, and that's the reality about it. Um, I mean, if this COVID situation persists for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years, do you think we should continue living like this? That's a very important question we should ask. If after it, so could you imagine a man being unemployed for 18 years? Could you imagine we living under these regulations for the next 10 years?
Right.
Could you imagine it? Because the fact is, and even the prime minister echoed that this COVID is not going anywhere soon, and that is the reality about it. So we will continue to just be in the situation. We have to find a way to really live with it. And the fact is, the science, and if we look at the science, it says that at least 2% of the population is mostly vulnerable to possibly dying from it. I mean, if you look in Grenada, the people who would have died from the COVID, you realize most of these people had underlying health conditions. So we have to find a more creative way to make sure that we protect the vulnerable people in the society. Those people are predisposed to dying from COVID based on whether
Solution. What's the solution? What's the do we even out the balance?
yeah. So no, it's not, I'm not saying so. The 2% people that is at greater risk of dying from the COVID, we have to find a way to protect these people, right? And I support vaccine for those individuals, right? We must also find a way to ensure that these individuals have access to medication and treatment and proper dieting and the necessary support to have a stronger, more robust immune system to withstand the effect if they were to actually come down with COVID. So, I mean, the fact is, we have to find a way to really protect that 2%. And if it means vaccinating people who are working at those elderly home being vaccinated, I could understand that because they present a greater risk to those elderly people.
So you saying, and John, Jeff, John have a point. I want to come to it. So you're saying that they should enact some kind of mandatory vaccination or um, mandatory vaccination for people who work in the front line, like healthcare workers, people, taxi drivers, frontline people. Are you in agreement with that?
Well, mostly I'm actually looking mostly in the elderly homes, right, where the more, because if you read most of the elderly people, right, they suffer from, I mean, major underlying conditions. And if
But
you look at
are
the
young people, there are young people as well who don't even know they have underlying condition, diabetes and all other ailment that they don't even know because they don't have a culture of going to the doctor. So a few young people died as well in the first wave in Grenada.
I mean, it's a very small percentage. I mean, I don't think it's a very small percentage of young people. But Junior, that's a good opportunity for also us to assess the health of our population. Because as you said, if you do the comparison with country like St. Vincent, who also had a first wave, second wave, and they had far less deaths than us, it means that there's also a major problem, right, in terms of the health of our population. So we also have to really also emphasize the importance of, people doing their general checks, people eating healthy. We have to emphasize growing what we, eat, and eating what we grow. And really also looking at lifestyle. Lifestyle is a major factor. I remember a couple of years ago, Grenada was the leading per capita in terms of alcohol consumption. And when you looked at it in terms of, I think that was in the when you looked at it in the entire world, we were number 3 overall. But I think in the Caribbean, we were actually right on the top. So I mean, lifestyle is also a major factor. So these are things that we can really focus on going forward to really create a more healthy population, so that futurely, if we have another pandemic in the future, that our people will be more healthy and better responsive in terms of dealing with it. So that is something we can also emphasize.
Want to
But
read?
yeah,
Sorry, I want to read JF John point there. To his point, he said that's okay. You say okay. So COVID won't go away anytime soon. We should just let our guards down or just lift all restriction. Yes, all man have to eat food, but we need to find a balance. Where's that balance? I think you made that point already, but that's to his point there. Finding that even balance between life and livelihood is very important, because I also say that there are another pandemic that they don't even really talk about much, and that's the pandemic of mental issues. People are committing suicide in higher numbers. A lot of craziness is happening, and that's a pandemic all by itself that is created because people livelihood are damaged and destroyed. So I guess that balance have to be figured out. But what is important, and I want to hear from the ground, from what you're hearing on the ground, people are apprehensive and think that this new restriction is a joke because it only closed down at nighttime. Are you getting that from the people on the ground in Grenada, that they should just do away with the restriction completely?
well, yeah, definitely. I mean, yes, we had our first wave from August, but I mean, after the first couple months of the pandemic, I think that was the sentiment shared by many people. That these regulations. I mean, I guess I don't know the science behind some of those regulations, because you say different countries approached it differently, and
Right.
we're seeing different results. And in some cases, some of those results are far better than the results that we would have seen, and their measures was not so stringent. So the question one will ask is our stringent regulations really helping to address the issue of this pandemic? You
Right.
know,
Right.
is it really addressing it?
Point
I
there,
mean, so
Joel.
because there were countries who never actually put a curfew in place, but they emphasized personal responsibility, and they were able to actually, manage the crisis very well. And at the same time, most of their businesses is still actually solid with a good foundation because they never closed their doors. So the
Right.
fact is, our policy response hurt many businesses, and some of these businesses will never ever recover. And if this regulation continues, what will eventually happen? All the small businesses will eventually have to shut their doors. And could you imagine that grim economic reality that will present to our country and to our people? We are not looking at the social implication of these continuous regulations, how it's going to. Because remember, if people find themselves in a position where their business will close, people continue to be unemployed, and they cannot sustain themselves and their family, what do you think will happen, Junior? What about the social issues that will come from that?
Yeah. Yeah, we have to wrap up this segment, Joel. But I just want to give the government some advice. Minister still watching, the Prime Minister's watching. What advice would you give them at this point in time?
Well, basically, right, in the first instance, I will encourage them to really lift the regulations to, like, in terms of the time, we can put it back to at least 12, right? To really create that sort of foundation for the businesses in the evening time to really start, actually kickstarting, right? Getting back on in terms of getting back to that level of efficiency where they can really generate the revenue, because the time currently is not sufficient for those business that depends on that evening kind of life to really survive, right? So that is one of the first thing I would say. Also, to ensure that the homes, for example, where the elderly people are, I'm in support of vaccine for persons being employed in those areas. Yeah, because we have to protect the poor and vulnerable. I'm all for that. Also, in terms of the most of the businesses that can only allow to function only if their staff is vaccinated or their customer is vaccinated, that's going to hurt the barber shops, it's going to hurt the salons, is going to hurt a lot of those businesses. A lot of them will go on. I think they need to really revisit that. If you emphasize that these businesses put all the necessary protocols in place, whether they operate just by appointments, for example, they can operate by appointments. I know there are a lot of barbershops that operate strictly by appointments. So they can create that sort of environment, right? Make sure that they adhere to the protocols and make sure that, okay, they're given an opportunity where they could see whether they could see whether vaccinated or unvaccinated clients. You understand? I just don't like the segregation that is happening in the country. I think it will follow divide Grenada and it will put a lot of pressure on our country. I think this is a time for us to come together as a people, all hands on deck, and really kickstart and rebuild our economy and really ensure the safety of our people. So I really think that is the clear way of really moving forward.
All right.
And
All right, thank you, Joel. I know you always have your eyes and ears on the ground, and we're going to check back with you and find out how things are going. All right, thanks again. Joining us on this segment of what's pissing you off. Now, there are another segment I want to jump to of what's pissing you off. This lady, right, that we're going to jump to right now, she is pissed. Now, she is very, very pissed. Here's what happened. She called us just a few days ago, and the complaint is Child Protection Agency took her kids, boy and a girl. The reason why Child Protection Agency took the girl, one of the reasons that was said to her was that her brother somehow had some inappropriate touching, which she deemed was not it was not a big deal, or it was not a big deal, but it wasn't like he sexually molested her, he touched her. So she didn't think that it was big enough. Anyway, the kids was taken away from her. Now she wants her kids back. She's going to tell her own story in a short. Don't move. It's what the hell is pissing me off. We'll be right back.
Williams Funeral Service serve you with dignity and compassion as you mourn. Every day, we embark on the journey of life, and one day, the journey will end. It's on that day that you can entrust the celebration of life of your loved ones to David Williams Funeral Service. Call 718-291-3823.
All right, guys, it's what's pissing me off. And I want you guys to call in as well. The phone lines are open, 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. Let's jump to this segment right now. This young lady called us and we aired the audio yesterday. It has gotten a lot of attention. We'd like to bring her on to express herself and give more details about the situation. We're going to call her mom because she don't want her name or identity to be revealed at this point in time. So, Mom, are you there? Are you able to hear me?
Yes. Yes,
hey, good
I'm hearing
afternoon.
you.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yes. What's the situation? What's the story? What's the story? What's pissing you off?
Well, what pissing me off handle the situation. Yes, he had a little accident happened 24th of March 2021.
What was the incident? What happened? What happened? What was it? Hey, listen to me. What was the incident that happened?
Of March, well, my brother touched my daughter.
Okay.
My brother touched my daughter on the 24th of March when I went down the road, Jack's, by my brother. So I just stepped out for a little while and I came back. When I came back, my daughter was moving kind of funny and kind of strange. So I find I was kind of off, because a teacher, other things, don't make you touch you, no way, don't let it. So when I came, after being frightened, so I called her and I asked her what is going on. Then she kind of feel she didn't want to ask her again. And she said, well, look, she uncle, he hug and he hand end up in she and top she. So the same time, I was mad. To be honest with you, I was shocked. I was upset. I was thinking I pull a cutlass, all kind of thing. Then the same time, I take her to the station the same day. I didn't delay. I didn't think that was the right thing to do as a mother. So I went in the station. They questioned the child. The child said what happened, XYZ. The same time they come and they go with my brother and they jail. They send him in jail. He was in jail for a couple months. Well, you understand? Then that come and he calm down. We come back normal. I talk to my daughter. I get counseling for her. And the 24th, 29th of March now, when I was here, evening, I was here. My daughter went by she auntie because she was always holiday. She always go by the auntie and spend a little 2 days, a little 3 days. You understand? So she went by the auntie, and the 29th of March, I was here with my son. My son was asleep. They come along after 3 minutes before the evening. 2 police, a lady and a gentleman, and 2 other CPA workers. They come. They say they get a phone call with an allegation stating that I had a man even with, and I was leaving my children are going to sleep with man in the night. When I go to try to explain to them people what they have no idea, the young lady turned and tell me she don't have time for that. She come to do a job, and it's a job she come to do. You understand? So they take my son's sleep. They go with him. They went in Victoria. They collect my daughter, and they go with her. So when I asked them where they're going with them children, they say they cannot give me that. I just wanted to know where they're going. You understand?
Right. Right.
I know they have a job to do, stopping them from, because when coming for this, they had a job to do. But my duty to find out where they go with my children. Right. Tuesday now I call CPA to ask where is my children. Them telling me they have record of these 2 children inside there. So I say, how come all who have no record and all who come for my children yesterday? So the lady telling me on the desk they have no record of these 2 children. So I was kind of getting worried because I want to know what happened to my 2 children. So I keep calling and I keep calling to checking up, and they keep telling me they have no record, they don't know that and XYZ and what. So when I find a message for the management, the lady, to find out what is going on, when I do understand, she was not. So I take a day and I go down inside CPA to find out what is going on. When I reach there, the lady on the desk says she have no idea what is going on. Then she call whoever she had to call to what's going on. So they put us in a room for a long time. We've been sitting there waiting and things. So after a while, a lady come with a file with my name on it. So then she tells me, well, look about the action and things. So I explained to her inside. I said, well, I have no idea about what all it was because I don't have no man living in my place. It's just me and my children what living here. And I does not my children and go and sleep with no man because I just single mother and I do everything because I promise them I will protect them with my life. You understand? So she tell me that it's a serious offense. So they have what they have to do. Fine. I know this. You understand? So months gone by, no answers. When I keep calling them, they put down the phone on me. They just going around a circle and a circle. You understand? Then they take my daughter, they put it with a young lady. They take my daughter, they put her with this young lady. You understand? So
Yeah, I'm
the
listening.
young lady know they put each other with this young lady. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, so I tell him from day one that this lady been fighting for my child for a little while now. You understand? Because she want me daughter. So I tell him, take out my child from there. Take out my child from there and foster care. Just how I look put my brother, my son, and what all you have to do. Because she brainwashing me, telling her I'm not mother, and she have no brother and she have no sister. So we're trying to, if CPA doing the job right, you have a problem, they have to do what it is. Try to do it in a decent way. Don't do it because of no one. They cannot tell me what is going on up to now. Understand? They just one story to another story.
When you spoke to how old is the how old are the kids? Mom, are you there? Hello? Hi guys, it's Thursday. What's pissing me off? She having a bit of an internet connection problem. Let's see if she could get it rectified. Are you there? Mom, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm
Yeah,
sorry for
yeah,
that.
yeah. How old are the kids? All right. All right. She having an internet problem. Let me reconnect with her on WhatsApp, and probably we could finish talking to her there. All right. Listen, hang up on the
Hello?
live here, and hang up on the live and call me on WhatsApp. I'll be able to hear you better on WhatsApp. You hearing me?
Okay. Yes, I hear you.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, okay. I'm hearing you now. Let me see if this holds up for a bit. How old are the kids?
Right. One is 8 and one is 7.
Uh,
Yeah, one 3 and one
what
is
one is?
7.
Did you have any? Did they give you any conditions and tell you, okay, well, you would have to go to therapy or you would have to do this, and then you'll get your kids? Did you have any restrictions to get them back?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I take counseling because they send me counseling. They say for parenting. I
Mm-hmm.
went to counseling for a month. When I start counseling, by train we go family members. They come and they look at sister in a place, so she and I started counseling. Up to now, they did not bring back home. Counseling come and it finish.
Mm.
I do everything they tell me to do. I do counseling. I do what they said. I wait on them to do what they have to do to fight to come in the neighborhood to find out if I have my place. They did not come to find out the truth. They did not do anything up to you understand? You understand?
Yeah.
So I waiting on them now to tell me what is going on because what they claim that them children in danger.
Let me ask you a question. An
CPA
allegation that was waged against you.
claim
Let me ask you this quick question. There was an accusation that alleged and said that
yes,
you would leave the kids and go out, leave them by themselves and go out. You would be
yes,
um
yes.
you drink a lot of alcohol and you would get drunk and the kids would be by themselves. Is that true?
No, I don't do I don't know anyway. I give up
Mm.
my whole for my children. I didn't living in in the heat of the action involved, and I does not go nowhere. I does not go party. I does not go fish Friday. I don't go anywhere. No carnival, nothing. Since 4, 5 o'clock, my house locked up. Me and my children inside there, we singing, we spelling, everything I do well. Understand? I does
Right.
not leave my house and leave my children and go nowhere. I promise them I'm going to take care of them. I promise them I'm going to be there for them. So I do not leave my children and go anywhere. When I tell you that, nowhere I does not go. You understand?
Yeah. And what about your
That the
brother?
children is in danger.
What about go ahead? Yes.
My brother,
Neglect
well,
allegation.
he
Neglect
the magistrate put
allegation.
him out of right. Well, he went in prison. He was in
Right.
prison for a couple months, and when they do the doctor say he cannot stand and trial well in the upstairs. He don't functioning properly up there. So the magistrate put at the house. He had to stay 100 feet away. You understand?
Okay. Yeah.
So he's out of the house. He's out because he cannot stay and trial because of his situation.
Right. So his case, I hope you guys following. So his case got thrown out because the magistrate deemed him not to be capable to stand trial.
Yeah, but that's not what
Folks that
the reason.
go ahead.
But that's not the reason why they come and they go with them children. The reason because of the allegation get, the phone they get. That's the reason why they come with children.
So your brother was not a part of the reason why they took the kids away?
No,
Oh, okay. 718-701-5720, guys. Let me open up the phone lines again if you guys want to chime in on any one of the things that we spoke about earlier here today. We're speaking right now with this mother who is pleading to have her kids return back to her. It's been a while. She felt like she did everything that she needed to do, and she's in a better position right now to take care of the kids. She needed her children back. She feel like she's the best person in the best position to provide for the kids. Nevertheless, her kids is not still not with her, and somehow she feel like her kids are being brainwashed against her and her other brothers and sisters. Let me know what you guys thinking about this. And funny enough, I got some other calls yesterday
yes,
from someone who was saying that they have some similar case, something very similar. What you were saying, mom? Hello?
you understand to do handle this situation better than that. Because this young lady is fighting for my daughter from day. I keep begging them from day one. Take out my daughter from there and put the case so they do their job and get it bring against me. Washing my daughter and telling I'm second mother and she don't have no brother and she have no sister. So I want CPA to tell me who made my daughter, if it's this lady or me. Understand? Because she do all what she had to do already in the oldies to get my daughter. That she wanted me was to sign adoption paper for me to turn over my daughter to. I refuse to do it.
Right.
You understand? I refuse to sign the adoption paper because she go inside CPA and do my back, my daughter, and I did not sign the adoption paper. I did not do it. And then the father name board paper, he come and sign the adoption paper. He come and he sign it, but I did not sign it because we have a test to prove that he is the real father. Not do that.
Is he the real father of the child?
No. He's not. So all I was asking to do a DNA to come and do a DNA. You understand? She paid her daughter and she says the father came, but the child is not in the father came. The child is in this young lady. You understand? And all I have to do.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so all I want
Hello?
is
Hmm.
just here. You understand?
Go ahead.
So I just want CPA to what?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yeah. You know, I'm going there. Yes, so that was going on right about now. And but we
Okay.
had a meeting. We had a meeting. We come together and we had a meeting with CPA lawyer, my lawyer, and this the person on the case and the supervisor. And the argument was also have a Zoom meeting to talk to my children and them because they say I cannot see them face to face with COVID situation, what is going on. So I get to talk to my son twice. When my daughter had to come up on his Zoom, she never come up on the Zoom. When I asked the young lady why, she said they cannot find the father. You understand? So I asked her, how you know you have to bring the child up on the Zoom? So how come you don't find the Zoom him to come for she to come? I talked to my son twice and they don't stop the Zoom. No more Zoom, so I cannot talk to my children no more again. My daughter get food poisoning in hospital. None of them don't call me and tell me how my daughter get food poisoning. You understand? Get food
Right.
poisoning, you know. Come and tell me, look, this is the situation. I do a day here and hear me daughter dead in the hospital. You understand? And up there they don't tell me the she come to the lady they put the child by take the child and put it by next lady. You understand? And my daughter get food poisoning. And see, they never talk about it up there. When I ask them about it, they don't want to talk about it. My
All right.
daughter was with me
If we have CPA
for the
watching right,
last 3 years.
uh, I was saying, I want to follow up on that story with CPA with you to help you out and try to understand a bit. Um, because what I'm hearing is kind of different from what you're saying, but I understand your story. That's your story. Everybody have a story to tell, and I want to see how we could work this thing out because
Yeah,
I believe, right? I believe that the best place for a child to be once it's a safe environment is with the with the biological mother. Once it is a safe environment, once the environment is free of any kind of abuse or anything like that, that is the safest place for the child to be. But what I hearing is, but I'll talk to you about that, and I'll talk to CP about it as well and see what else is the problem preventing you from getting your kids.
because because what they were claiming, what the young lady was on the case claiming that them children in danger because that the gentleman who do the thing coming back house, but he's not coming back. So them claiming that because he knows that what they claiming he is just walking when he wants. But
But
when
but
he
but
managed
just
to
but
roll
you
shooting,
said you said what you said that was not the reason why the kids was taken away in the first place.
though that was back to that because they don't have no evidence with the cocaine man what they claiming. So they put it back to that. CPA turn it around and they put it onto this because they have
Right.
no evidence with the allegation they get. So they turn it back to that situation.
Right. Okay. I got you.
Understand? So they
I'm gonna. I'm
yes, so
gonna.
they
I'm gonna.
turn it around. No, onto this. But what I'm trying to say, my children not in no danger. And the moment what hurting me the most like that. I prepare for my son to go. I want to see my son dress up with his school clothes. Like he's 3 years old. I've been preparing that 3 years for him to go to
Right.
school. And they take away that from me. They rip my house. I don't get my moment to see my son go to school. And my daughter getting all A in school. And my daughter go to school every day. And I make sure I provide for my children. I don't care less and just partying and I don't do that. I make sure I be here for my children when they come home and I provide for them. I'm a singer and I be a single mother and I'm fighting for my children, them to take care of them, to be there for them. And I don't sit here do and hold the handle the situation. And up to now they can't come and answer. I don't want to bring back the children because all the allegations, they have no evidence, has no proof of nothing. I don't ask anybody, they will say this young lady she was 24/7. Because I do not go and work a hustle, one how make sell me that and come and provide for my children. You understand? My children doesn't get treat. My children doesn't ride along. I sacrifice my life. My children. You understand? I put in my life up for my children. I don't want nobody mess around my children because I'm gonna make a jail for them. That I do what I have to do to protect my children. That's mine. You understand?
Yeah.
Asking
Yeah.
CPA to just bring back my children and let my heart been back in peace and happiness. We was in love. I sit down with my children, I laugh with them, I dance with them, I sing with them, I go out with them on the beach, all over I bush trip with my children. I don't have a permanent dream come. I provide for them to make them happy. Christmas come along, they have a Christmas present under the Christmas tree. They have a lot of to eat. You understand? Because this is my life. I'm living for them. And my son is a stranger 2 years old. And I can't even see my son. I can't even hug him to tell him I love him and laugh with them and go in church with them and do things with them. And that hurt me when I see other parents have their children with them and I don't have mine. That's why I don't go in no way. It's up to me to know I had a
Right.
happy home. Yes, they have a job to
Right.
do, but do it the right way. And cannot tell me the reason why they cannot give me back my children. That they have no dance, they have no time. And me alone, when me and my daughter were there, me and my big daughter. You understand? No daughter alone. While we in the house. So I just asking CPA, please bring back my children to bring back my heart. Because they don't take away enough already. Because I can't sleep, I can't eat. My name. They want their mother. You understand? Come children know they no
Yes.
danger, no nothing. You
Okay.
understand what I mean? I don't have
Uh,
no cooking. As I tell them, come and look for the cooking man. And I don't have that. I don't have a man. I just singing hard to take care of what is mine. I don't want my children go up in no fast, strong and able to take care of my children. And then come. And this woman just fighting me down for me. She going all out just to get my daughter. And all they want to sign a paper. But I'm not signing no paper by right along. Because I have no child to give away. You understand? I want me to
right.
just sign adoption paper. You can't, not because you walk in the ministry education system who you want. You don't work like that. You understand? Don't bring allegation against somebody just to get a child. Don't do that. Because you don't know that mother going through, you don't know the suffering. You understand? And I
Right.
barely see pay to
All right.
remove
So
the child from them. You
listen,
understand? And they hurting and up.
I'm gonna try to work with you off air. to coordinate and see if they. I'll talk to you off here a little bit more.
That's all.
I have a broader scope and understanding of the story.
Sorry,
Story on both sides are kind of contrasting,
sorry.
but I feel you and I understand you. I feel your heart. I get it. I get it. All right. So I'm gonna talk to you more off air. I will see
Yeah,
what we
anything
could do.
about it. Yeah, the last thing, CPA treating me like I a criminal, like I kill somebody. Things happen. Yes, you know, I don't kill. I don't kill nobody. You understand?
Mhm.
They want me to talk to my children. That's my. They treating me like I some criminal. I don't kill nobody. You understand? Hot in my heart every night. I don't want to uncomfortable. I can't meet you. I can't tell them I love them. We together, and that hot in me bad. You understand?
Right. Okay. I got you, Mom. We're gonna conversate more off camera, and we'll we'll talk. All right. We'll talk. We'll keep in
Yeah.
touch. Okay. All right.
All right. Nice to be in.
All right. All right. Thank you. Yeah. This is what's pissing us off. What's pissing you off? Yeah. I want you guys to call. Let me put up the number again, guys. Tag the number there for me, or you could join me live on video if you want to. Right. Um. What do you think should be done? What do you think should be done at this point in time with this child and the mother? Now, I believe that they always have to look out for the safety and security of the children first. The safety and security for the children first. If they deem that the child or the kid's life is at stake, or they would be in a situation where they'll be in danger, I support CPA taking away the kids and placing the kids where they could be safe, because the children are innocent. They don't ask to be here. But if the situation is as the young lady expressed, that's her side of the story, that she's willing and able to provide for her children, and they could come and check for themselves to see that she don't have no cooking man in the house or whatever the case might be. They should take the opportunity to go and check and see what's going on. Now, I was of the opinion that one of the strongest things that made them take away that child from her is because of that brother. Because in fact and indeed, her brother did in fact touch the little girl inappropriately. And it's inappropriate. No matter what, it's inappropriate. You can't excuse it. It's a start, and it could have gotten worse. It could have escalated into worse things. I followed the case with the brother. Yesterday, or day before yesterday, the case with the brother was thrown out. Because as far as I heard about that brother, they analyze him and they realize that his mind is like he's of the mind of like a 16-year-old. He's a grown man, but he's of the mindset of a 16-year-old, as a 14-year-old. So he couldn't stand trial. So that case was thrown out. Now he needs help as well, because they don't want him to use that he is unable to be tried in court and then go and molest somebody else kid. So he needs help. But I was of the opinion, guys, that was the primary reason why they take away the kids. That's what I thought. Right? If that is not the case, and she have a boyfriend, or she's sleeping with somebody else, that is nobody business who she sleep with in the night. I don't think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think it's anybody business who somebody sleep with it at night. I don't think that is anybody's business. And to use that as an excuse to take away a child, oh, you're sleeping with this man and you're sleeping with that man and you're whatever, that's irrelevant. I think that that's irrelevant. Why that's even, I mean, does the person provide or does the person put the kid's life at risk? Has the person done anything that would make them think that he would endanger the kid's life? If she want to have sex with whoever, that's her life. She's a grown-ass woman. She's a grown woman. She could sleep with whoever she want to sleep with. So I don't think that should be a something that they look at to decide, yeah, they would take away the child. But I have a call to make to CPA tomorrow. I have a call to make to CPA tomorrow to try to find out a little more information, because I'm telling you, it's kind of contradictory information that I'm hearing. I don't even want to say all that I've heard about this case, right? And you can't judge anybody based on what you hear. This is her story. I heard a different side of the story. You know, everybody like they're standing up to their arms. Everybody have their story. But I think that the safest place for the child to be is in a safe place. And if the mother is providing a safe place for the kids, I think that that is the best place for the children to be. She kind of made a case to me. Let me know what you think, guys. 717015720. Put up the number. We'll take one or two calls before we bounce out. If you want to talk about this or anything else that is pissing you off, give me a call. 718-701-5720. And another family shared something to me earlier this week while I'm waiting on this call to come in, right? Let me show you this. I think I have the picture. All right. Where is it? All right, here it is. Now, yesterday, I got a call from a parent, a mother who is very upset that her daughter had allegedly an altercation with someone who works at CPA. Now that's a different story. That story doesn't have anything to do with the second story that we just spoke about. That is something completely different. So apparently this young lady had an altercation with a worker at the CPA, and it was a big fight. I don't know how the fight started. I don't know what happened, but those are the injuries that the young lady sustained. So there was a fight of some sort. We're still combing through to get the full evidence of it. But after the fight concluded, those were the marks and bruises that the young child sustained. Now, I don't know if the mother is still watching, if I could get her on. But the mother did admit to me that, yes, indeed, she did have similar problems with the child prior. And they were taking away the child from her because she had similar occurrence with that child. And look, the person who worked with CPA, I think I have the mother on or the family member on. Okay, I call you live. Can I put you on live to tell us a story about the child?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sure.
All right. So go right ahead. Go right ahead. What? Tell us the story. What happened and how did this young girl sustain all these injuries?
Well, she was living by me for the past 3 weeks, and them social services people, they call me evening to tell me they come in yesterday for her. So, the lady told me to drop off the road, so I went up the road with the child. While we were there, we wait for her. When she come, the child didn't want to go. She was crying and said she wants to stay with me and so on. And the lady pulled her by she drowsy for she to go, but the child was resisting. So she pulled her again, and then the child pushed her back because she was pulling the child. Next minute, I see the lady fighting with the child and scrape up the child and all thing, hold the child in she throat. And so I went into pad them. Yeah.
So who is when you say the lady? When you say the lady, who
The
you
social service.
the
A
so
social service lady. The same one who was calling me for the child.
so the lady who works at social service,
Yes.
she is the one who fought with the child and bruised up her neck like that?
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Did they tell you the reason, like how it all started? Did they? I mean, who start? I mean, regardless of who started the fight, but did
I was there. I saw everything what happened. I was there. I was a witness. I was there because the child was by, so I dropped off the road. And then the child didn't want to go because she was hugging me up and said she don't want to go and she was crying. But then when she come and she sit down on the side now, the lady tell her, let me go and pull her by her jersey. And then the child said, no, I don't go in. And she pulled her again. And then next minute, I know the lady fighting with her, with she hand and she throat all them things.
wow. Wow.
Yes. And then when we go to the station now, they didn't make me come and give no report or anything. They take the child behind my back and bring her with the same lady to the hospital and then tell the child that the lady had more injuries than her. So I don't know if it was a competition. I don't know.
Wow. We are going to work closely looking at this story. This is serious. I'm going to get back to you and get some more insight on the story, as well as I want to speak to the council to find out what transpired. We had to get both sides of the story, but this is crazy
Yes.
and unbelievable. Unbelievable. How is the young child doing? How is she doing now?
Well, she say her neck is still hurting, and when she swallow, like it paining.
Okay. All right. All right. We'll look into it, and I'll do a follow up with you. I'll call you and get more information from you. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thanks. Yeah. 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 I'm gonna do some follow up on this story here, guys, because as I said, this just came in, I believe, yesterday. We didn't get a chance to dive deep and get all the information, but just the pictures we've seen, right? But I want to know how and why and how possible that this could happen so bad that this child gets so much bruise from the social service people, the same people who supposed to protect the kids.
This time, son. You gotta be strong in this time, son.
This is what's pissing me off, guys. This is what's pissing me off on a Thursday. We look at all the stories, things that's out there, things that is just absurd and crazy. I'm sure they have a video of it. We're gonna follow through with that. So we're gonna follow back on the story and do an update on the story, guys, and post some more information right on the Ride Along page. It's just about that time for me to wrap up. And what's pissing me off, don't forget, guys, if you have something that's pissing you off and you want to share it with us on the ride, inbox us, email us, give us a call, connect with us on the WhatsApp. We want to hear your story. What's pissing you off on a Thursday, every Thursday, right here on the Ride Along. And you could also join in. You could also join in via video. If you want to call in live or call in on the WhatsApp, you could be a part of the program as well. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being a part of our program today. I want to big up and thank our producer, Lois JJ, moderators, Tian Fraser, Gail Charles, and Kibbs. Thank you guys so much for being a part of our program today. Thanks for sharing. Wendy C. McGuire, thank you so much, a part of the staff and crew as well. It's been another edition of Ride Along Live, where everyone have a story to tell. Guys, before I go, I want to invite everyone to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Right? Go over and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click that notification so whenever we go live, you get notification on YouTube. Now we pumping on YouTube Have a lot of updates and a lot of videos out there on YouTube. So check us out on our YouTube channel. We're up to 75,000 subscribers and going strong. And you guys join the community over there on YouTube as well. All right. Yeah, we're gonna update you guys on this last story. Involving the young child that got into this altercation. I'm putting all of the pieces together, and then I'll do a video on it and update everyone.
On this battle, you have to tougher than still. Yo, just show me some strength. No weakness, show me a lion. Strength, no weakness, show them.
See you guys. Don't forget, also support our sponsors. Big up to the All Pro Health Labs. Yeah, All Pro Health Labs, providing 24-hour COVID testing. They come to your home or office for work or travel. Give them a call at 516-387-4246. That's All Pro Health Labs. Rapid COVID test, rapid PCR COVID test. If you can't come to them, they'll come to you with COVID testing and a whole lot more. Drug testing as well.
Yeah. You gotta be firm in this time, son. You gotta be strong in this time, son. I'm a survivor. I will survive. And I'm a firm believer.
Also want to big up and thank
We'll forever shine.
Care Transition Inc. That's in Grenada. So if you're looking for laboratory service, if you're looking for diabetic foot care, if you're looking for COVID-19 testing, chronic disease management, home health nursing, IV therapy, private nurse escort, wound care, post-hospitalization care, nebulizer treatment, aftercare, you gotta call them right now. They're located on Locust Street, St. George's. The number is 473-438-2273. Write the number down. It's 473-438-2273, or email at info@ctcgda.com. Also, guys, we gotta big up the Film Festival. Yeah, you got to check out the Film Festival. That's happening. It's a worldwide thing, eh? Check it out. 1261 Film Festival. Check them out. Get your tickets right now for 1261 Film Festival. That's November 2nd to the 7th. Online. Get your tickets online at 1261filmfestival.com. That's 1261filmfestival.com. We're going to give you more information on the film festival. But if you're in Grenada, any part of the world, this film festival, guys, showcase up and coming and established filmmakers around the world. I love this because you see a lot of people showing off their creativity through films. And that's November 2nd to the 7th. All right? Don't miss it. Get your tickets. See a slew of locally created films and from films from all over the world at 1261filmfestival.com.
Yo, just show me some strength. No weakness, show me a lion bone. Strength, no weakness, show them who we are. Strength, no weakness.
That's all for me, guys. Get you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, right? Trivia tomorrow, right? Right, trivia tomorrow. Yeah, right trivia tomorrow. Catch you guys tomorrow on Right Trivia. If you never played Right Trivia, you want to check us out tomorrow at 6 p.m. Alright? Peace out, guys. Bye-bye. Good night.
Everything after me. Strength. 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 Yeah. You gotta be firm in this time, son.
We had to sing this song before we go out, eh?
Strong in this time.
We had to sing that song before we go out. Hold on, let me get that song. Let me get it going out song.
We'll forever shine, just to stay alive.
Quirky business bones
Nobody can hold me.
Let me get it going out song. We're living with a blaster.
Nobody control me, you sick. I will not allow negativity. Nobody can hold me, you man. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can. Everybody.
Alright guys, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
I feel like beat my chest. I'm blessed. I feel like beat my chest. I'm blessed. I feel like beat my chest. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I feel like beat my chest. I'm blessed. I feel like beat my chest. I'm blessed. I feel like beat my chest. Yo. When I woke up this morning, I had reasons to sing. When I woke up this morning, I had reasons to shout. I know that Father God bless me, and that's without a doubt. So if you know that Father God bless you, start to jump up and shout, sing, whoa, see a bunga, see a bunga. Give thanks to the Father, everybody, whoa, yeah, yeah. See a bunga, see a bunga. He is my provider, my back, my back, my back. The most I have my back, my back, my back. The big man have my back, my back, my back. The most I have my back, 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 back. Man, I feel so blessed. Man, I feel like beating my chest. I feel like I feel so free. Man, nobody happy like me. I feel like He provides my wants, He provides my needs. Each and every day, I get on my knees. He provides my wants, He provides my needs. Each and every day. So when I woke up this morning, I had reasons to sing. When I woke up this morning, I had reasons to shout. I know that Father God bless me, and that's without a doubt. So if you know that Father God bless you, let your praises come out. Sing, whoa, see a banga, see a banga. Give thanks to the Father, everybody, whoa, yeah, yeah. See a banga, see a banga. He is my provider, my back, my back, my back. The most I have my back, my back, my back. The big man have my back, my back, my back. The most I have my back, 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 back. Good health and strength, I feel so strong and confident. I feel like I family and friends who support me till the end. I feel like what more do you want? What more do you need? If you're not satisfied, I know that is greed. What more do you want? What more do you need? If you're not satisfied, go back on your knees. So when I woke up this morning, I had reasons to sing.
Feeling hungry, grab a snack. Caribbean food delight. Jamaican patties, light and flaky. Caribbean food delight. Taste the difference. Caribbean food delight. Grab a patty, take a bite. Caribbean food delight. Quick and easy, grab a patty, take a bite.
Welcome to TD Bank, where you'll find the personalized attention you deserve and the legendary experience you expect. Let's do business. If you are a medical or dental practitioner, contact me to hear about our tailored lending solutions for residential mortgages, equipment purchases, practice-related commercial mortgages and refinance. Visit me at 500 Baychester Avenue to hear more about our full range of personal and small business banking solutions. See you soon.
David Williams' funeral